we'll talk about that another time. That being said, I mean, Luca can be Luca. If you really want to be Luca again, go for it whenever that campaign comes back. Because I do feel like I didn't do Strahd justice. I feel like it could have been better in a lot of ways. So,
I can't wait to play Meralt of Mivia.
I was gonna say, if we do redux it, are you gonna play Adrian, and are you gonna which character would you be playing, Josh?
If Matt played Adrian, I might play Valente. If not, I probably would play Claw. Probably.
Are we still fucking up Matt's character's name?
I'm doing it on purpose at this point. Because
now I'm
gaslighting.
Okay, all right, I was gaslighting myself. Okay, all right. I was being the gaslight, you got me.
Yep.
All right, so I don't know how many times I've talked about this, but I literally couldn't get Matt's character's name right, and it became a joke that we ran into a character with the name
Adrian
that I called him Adrian, and I was like, I'm gonna make a joke about this, and he's gonna be like, no, you can keep the name. I will be called Eridan. That's character's actual name.
I think, Matt, you should rename the character to Eric.
Eric.
Just Eric.
Jesus.
Oh, man, I can't wait for you guys to meet the illustrious Stefan Buscemi again.
The illustrious Stefan Buscemi. Yeah.
That campaign went down some holes.
Yeah. So the question is are we just gonna be fucked for old Bone Grinder if we don't get another bag of holding?
Smile. Guess who's not getting a bag of holding this time?
Hey, here's a good little cross promo. If you want to hear the story of what happened to us in Old Bone Grinder, if you go on our YouTube, I have a clip. It's called The Legend of the Baggening.
All right, gonna have to play an artificer then.
Go watch that.
Bag of holding banned item.
Damn, I can't believe you've done this.
I mean, I would probably actually just make it that any magical items you brought over actually, like, they just lose their magic or something until a certain point. You perform a ritual or something.
Oh, that would be so sick. Wait, would that just fuck over artificers then?
Absolutely. Don't play artificer. Smile.
Rude. Absolutely rude.
There's no science in Barovia. We don't believe in that here.
We don't believe in science.
Strahd is actually like the biggest boomer there ever was.
Nice.
Oh my god.
Alchemicals. In my Barovia? Get the fuck out of here.
I just imagine him doing the fucking the Johnny Depp in Dark Shadows, where it's like on the TV, rips the TV back off. Where are you, tiny songstress?
Yeah.
Oh god.
Yeah, that'd be pretty good.
Yep.
Yeah. But,
Can we try? No, I can't stop thinking about Strahd having all of this modern day technology in his cat. He's Dracula from fucking Castlevania, but he doesn't understand any of it. And he's just like, why did how the shit? The last guy who was leasing the castle, he had all of this stuff here.
His name was Glad, something like that. Tepes? Something like that.
TPs?
TPs? Yeah, TPs or something.
Oh, dear lord.
Oh, God. This has gotten really cursed, but
I mean,
Strahd and Vlad Tepes are just like weird drinking buddies.
No, all right, I've said this before. I don't think I've said this on podcast, but I preferred Sam's version of Strahd to any iteration of Strahd I think I've ever seen, which is like, for anybody, like, yeah. So we, throughout the campaign, whenever we would run into Strahd, he was like this super imposing, he was just Dracula, right? Like he had the whole Dracula thing going. And then when we had done all the work and we had leveled all the way up and everything, we were ready. And I bought 37 vials of holy water to start using like grenades.
Prep y'all did was just ridiculous.
And then we get to the castle and he comes out and looks at us over the fucking ramparts and he's like, all right, hey, come in, it's dinner time. And we're like, what? And he's like, yeah, I'm hungry. Do you want a bite to eat? My butler's almost done cooking.
Y'all want some McDonald's? Or?
Yeah, he's like, y'all want some McDonald's? I've got some food. So we go in, and Strahd is like, all right, I'm gonna level with you guys. So we can do this whole song or dance where I do the whole dungeon and you guys got to come find me in the labyrinth. And I'm going to be real. Most of you are going to die and you might kill me, but you know that this is going to just repeat and some other schlubs are going to get pulled into this. So here's a proposition. Help me commit sewer slide. And we're like, what? This is a bit. Are you lulling us to a false sense of security so you can drink our blood? And he's like, no, I am so fucking depressed and I'm tired of this bullshit. Let me die. You're just like, okay. And he's like, all right, cool. Are we best friends now? And we're like,
do we work for Strahd now?
Yeah.
Are we the baddies?
Are we the baddie?
Strahd basically just became like this depressed, like, did you figure out a way to kill me yet? No, then fuck off.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I don't think we stopped laughing from the start to the end of that session.
No. So like the worst part is that when you read Strahd like now and you read into his personality and why he does everything, he's literally like one of the most petty incels.
He's a
ever.
simp. He's a mega giga.
He's not even a simp. He's an incel because he got mad that his brother cut the poom that he wanted, and that's why all of this started. He literally became a vampire because his brother had the person he wanted to marry
because he walked up and said, "Becky, let me smash,"
and Becky said, "I'm married." No, yeah, pretty much. So like, it's real bad, and it's like. Yeah,
God.
Having Strahd become more depressed and less vengeful, he actually regrets everything that he's done and just kind of wants to die because, you know, everybody's trapped in this endless reincarnation cycle, and he just sits there and watches his brother, his wannabe lover, die over and over and over and over again, and like every time he's like, I want to kidnap her and make her mine, and then she dies anyways, like no matter what the result is, and he just lives that forever. So it's very, I would become depressed. I mean, I'm not saying that I'm a Strahd level incel. I'm not even an incel.
We should have asked. We should have asked Strahd on that last session, like, why do you keep kidnapping her? What is the deal with that? That's kind of weird. You know that, right? Like, Sam, what do you think your version of Strahd's response would have been? I gotta ask.
I don't know how to talk to ladies.
My only way to talk to ladies is kidnapping.
No, I feel like after a certain point, it would have just been like, at first it was to have her close by because, you know, there's this obsessive quality to Strahd. And then over time, I feel like it would have just become desperation to just see her one more time. And talk to her and like feel her presence, even though it's not even the same person anymore. Just, you know, so, and this is more of a grief thing. So like when you lose someone, a lot of the time people have regrets and they're like, I wish I could have said this to them before they passed, or I wish I could have talked to them more, or this. Strahd literally living for an eternity and watching the person reincarnate and seeing them look exactly the same every time, but not being the same person, that would be torture.
Yeah, be pretty bad.
So
wasn't that the price he paid for the powers from the dark powers? Was like, you have to, like, you get to rule this land, be a cool vampire and all this nonsense. However, you're gonna have to watch this eternally happen to you as your punishment.
The price was that he couldn't die. That being said, souls can be released from Barovia, albeit in weird ways. Like specifically, the soul of his brother will come and take the woman. I'm forgetting her name now.
Irina?
There are two of them. The woman specifically that is the reincarnation will take her and literally leave Barovia. Like, they're gone. They're not there anymore. Her soul is no longer there. It is returned to where it should have been all this time. And like, you know what's really, and I don't think I actually talked about this, but there are a lot of people in Barovia that are literally just creations of Strahd. Like,
Yes, I did know that.
like they're just his creation. They don't have a soul. They're not like they're not a person in the conventional sense. They're like basically an automaton.
Who are you, buddy? I'm Strahd's left toenail. Oh,
I mean, not like that. They had names, but like they were literally like.
My name's
born.
Steve, made from Strahd's left toenail.
Yeah, so like Strahd itself has some very cool lore things that you can do a lot with, and that's part of why I like pre-written adventures, is that they give you this lore and this story that happens in, I mean, mostly the Forgotten Realms, but you know, they could take place in other planes and in other universes, etc. And it lets you explore this. And if you, the DM, are really interested in it, you can go in it and you can be like, oh, how would this character become this way? Like, what would they do with all of this? Because you get kind of a snippet of information and on the personality and the history of a character, and like you can really go somewhere with it. Like, oh no, I forgot his name.
Bismarck.
Thank you, Ismark. I was like, it starts with an I, it's not Ivan.
Bismarck from the famed series Final Fantasy.
No, Ismark. So like Ismark is cognizant. He has a soul. He is completely aware of the atrocities that Strahd is committing. And it's like, how would he react to this? And I remember a very early interaction between him and Luca is him saying that they were like slaves. And Luca, having previously been a slave, didn't react very kindly to this. Because it's like, because you're both in this, you know, one is be like you're trapped forever, you're oppressed because all the monsters of the night are there, Strahd's doing nothing, people are dying left, right, and center. Meanwhile, and it's kind of like slavery away. And then Luca was a literal slave. So like there's these two different perspectives and they clashed. And that's because partially because I wanted that clash, but also I wanted the players to understand that the people here are not happy at all. Like, sure, they're the ones that don't have a soul, they're kind of lifeless in a way. But like most of the people here are not happy, and they never will be, because this place is oppressive and it's horrible, and you know, you can use this lore to do things. You don't have to have every interaction be perfect, you know, that's impossible. But like pre-written adventures give you material that if you're really interested in it, you can do a lot with it. So, you know, that's kind of a tip, I guess. I don't really have a whole lot more on that, because like